Welcome to Saturday of the Passion Week. On Saturday, Jesus' body, of course, remains in the tomb where he was buried late Friday afternoon before sunset, before the Sabbath began. Where exactly was Jesus? Well, his divine nature continued to fill all as he always had. But his human body was in the tomb, borrowed from Joseph of Arimathea, and his human soul was with the Father. You remember he said on the cross, "Father, into your hands I commit my spirit." And earlier that day to the thief, he'd said, "Today you will be with me in paradise." His glorified body and his human soul would be reunited early Sunday morning. But on Saturday, his body is there in the tomb. The one thing of importance that happens on Saturday is that the leaders of the nation remember that Jesus had said he would rise again on the third day. They're concerned that maybe the disciples would come and steal the body, so they asked Pilate if he will station a Roman guard to ensure that Jesus' body isn't stolen. That's exactly what Pilate grants. It probably wasn't 4 soldiers, as it might have been with a less high-profile case. With so much at stake, it was almost certainly a larger detail of at least 12 Roman soldiers. That allowed 3 to be on watch each of the 4 watches of the night while the others slept. And so these Roman soldiers arrive at Jesus' tomb. Now, if you were one of the Roman soldiers responsible on pain of death for making sure that Jesus' body wasn't stolen, what's the first thing you would have done? You would have made sure the body was still there. And undoubtedly, that's what occurred. They move the stone, look in, ensure the body of Jesus is still there. Then they roll the stone back over the entrance of the tomb, attach an official Roman seal indicating that the stone was not to be moved, and then they establish the guard there in front of the tomb. The irony, of course, is that in doing this, the religious leaders were actually authenticating the resurrection of Jesus Christ, because after the resurrection, the best they could say was that even in spite of the guard, the disciples had come and stolen the body, which was frankly unbelievable on so many fronts. And so it's remarkable that in God's providence, God Himself arranges to validate through the enemies of Jesus the reality of the resurrection. Enjoy reading this brief account and really thinking about and reflecting on all that God accomplished through it.